I ain't been touching nobody.
Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run on first down. Jefferson. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Fields. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the...
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Check.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
But he's got his man Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
First and 7-yard line.
This one caught by Isabella. The ball comes out, and the Panthers have recovered. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basket.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because
David Johnson on his way. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
First down, Panthers.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
And to give this time to the tailback. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
58's the mark.
To throw on second down, Fields. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Thomas, the intended target. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Check. Lucky.
Now on 2nd and 16, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Check.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
58 to Mike, 58.
Looking to throw. Fields. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On the return is Peterson. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the left.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Fields. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gano the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's got it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
On 1st and 10, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
At their own 10-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene.
They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella as the first half is winding down.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. That's Isabella open on the right side. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. 36, 36.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Watch the shit, watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit, watch the shit.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
You go tight.
Murray going to throw. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, he's got him in the lead. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Murray, strong running, and he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Murray now on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's our time. It's our time.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And it's caught. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
Push him back. Push him back. Slam.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Back to the air on second down. Fields nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Fields steps away to his left. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's go, D.
Operating from the gun. Fields flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Johnson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cardinals, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. They will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.